Hey, thanks for joining me. Travis from the Knife Joker. Today coming at you with, well, a new model from Chaves Knives. A model that really I'd only seen at Iconic Knives. Yeah, Iconic had featured the RCK-9, designed by Ramon Chaves, and now coming from Chaves Knives and RCK-9. Let's check this thing out. First off, just noticing the box popped a little bit more than the older box. It's just a hair different than the older box. And then, yeah, when I opened it up, noticed pretty much right away, bam, was different. Yeah, we're checking out the box first, but that's where you start with your unboxing. Yeah, it's a nicer box. Change the logo on the box, seems like. Just check out that old box real quick. See? So yeah, when you are, well, these knives are, I think, $345, and when you're paying $345, well, the box matters. And just more pleasing to open that one up. See that red logo there? Have this little pull tab. Instead of fighting the knife out, you just pull that. Oh, I should have had that for years. Anyway, that was the box. Here comes that RCK-9 from Chaves Knives. You can see that thumb stud flipper. Man, that blade is just, ooh, so shiny in this lighting. And pretty much any lighting. Look at that. Grinds from Riot Knives. Yeah, it's an Ultramar. It just says Chaves Knives on the box. Not Ultramar, but made by Riot Knives. The M390. Full titanium frame lock RCK-9 from Riot Knives. Once again, the Iconic Knives had made the RCK-9 design, I believe, with a liner lock and, well, a lesser steel. And now we have that Riot made 2023 clip stonewash. It's a little beast. Well, I'll say little. It's a little bit smaller than my 229, that's for sure. And oh, it's a beast. I don't know if they do any kind of milling out inside those liners, though. Once again, this is Chaves' beastly knife, meaning it's a little bit heavy in the handle, but you have that hollow ground, I believe, flat ground. Sorry, as soon as I said that, I knew I misspoke. And the other thing you notice, right off the bat, especially if you're in a Chaves Knives, you open it up, and boom, that logo, it just pops right out. Different. I guess the new logo from Chaves Knives. Let's get a side-by-side on, well, Redemption Street. A couple fingerprints on there. But you can see that older logo right there. And then that newer logo. Ooh, cool pair of knives. Hold them side-by-side here on the camera. That Redemption Street. That RCK-9. You can see that RCK-9 just a hair smaller than the Redemption Street. I think about 0.125, about an eighth of an inch or so shorter than the on the blade. Let's get some lengths. Talking about the lengths of this thing, measuring tape out, old school method. Just see right there. About 7 1/8 overall. And that blade coming in at just, ooh, about 3 1/8 or so. That flat grind. Those hand ground satin grinds from Riot. Oh, and yeah, the M390 from Riot, if you haven't used it, man, it holds up for months, if not years. I had a customer show me his knife, said he used it every day for 2 years at work, and he wanted me to shave my arm with it. Well, I didn't really, well, I did. I wasn't going to shave my arm with it, but he wanted me to, so I did it, and 2 years it's still shaving sharp. So haven't used this one, yeah, being brand new. These just came out. Like except for that fingerprint. Get another side-by-side. Let's see. Oh, I said it was a hair. Yeah, smaller than the 229. Well, that should be obvious. There's a 229. Kickstop next to the RCK-9. 229 kickstop. RCK-9. And both comfortable knives. And yeah, they have that little square back there, but you rarely put your hand on that. Here on the RCK-9, it's a little bit more rounded off there on the back. But once again, in a normal holding position, it doesn't really, it's not a hot spot. Of course, if you hold it back here, it might be. Oh, that stonewashed titanium looks so nice. And so does the satin grind. To mention it again. The thumb stud, the detent. Let's see what's going on. Oh, yeah, it's pretty strong, but once again, now I'm pushing there on the back. Being a slightly smaller knife, well, a frame muck, you don't want to push right there. You're never going to open the thing. And you know, that thumb stud, I do find myself sometimes putting my finger right there and kind of preventing myself from opening it. I keep my finger off the frame lock. Oh, she opens great. So yeah, the tuning on this, once again, was a little, not confusing, but sometimes I'd have my finger completely off there, and sometimes it'd be partly on there. And boy, if your finger's on there, well, it's near impossible to open. And once you get your finger off, to repeat myself, hit my little stand, cardboard. Use the cardboard stand. Oh, it's a strong detent. And if you have interest in this Chaves Knives RCK-9, you can see more about them at thenifejoker.com. We do have a point system as well. Be sure to register and check out registered, and not just as a guest. Yeah, we all shop online, and sometimes it's easy to check out as a guest, but sometimes it's worth your time if you take your time to register and check out logged in. Get those free points. Free money towards your first knife and every single knife after that. The TKJ reward system. Tuned pretty well. I'd say a strong detent, not weak, that's for sure. And like a good look at the thumb studs themselves. Are they the same thumb studs as the Redención Street? It does appear so. Maybe one step smaller. Oh, I can get them. Oh, the same one. Seems like the detent just a hair stronger on these little RCK-9s, or sometimes it's also a distance from here to here. You know, the closer that is to each other, the harder it is to open. Let's see if that distance is any different. Looks pretty darn close. But yeah, the smaller knife is a little bit harder to keep your finger off there. And this distance is, it's not big. See, I opened right up that time. Kept my finger off there really well. Yeah, as long as you keep your fingers on that clip. I'll set it 7 times. But boy. And we'll try from the back. Ooh, I don't know if I could do that. Ha! Strong detent. You gotta love a thumb stud if you're gonna get this knife. Let's do one more side by side. Little Mini Crossroads. Mini Crossroads. Oh, it's about the same size. I'd say that Mini Crossroads. They hair longer on the blade. About the same on the handle there. And another, well, obligatory side-by-side of that. Spyderco Paramilitary 2. PM2. Side-by-side. And yeah, of course, RCK-9's a little bit smaller. It's a 3.125-inch blade, and this is, what, almost 3.5 inches. Well, you take a look at that pair of 3. Not the PM3, but the pair of 3. Right next to this, and, well, the blades are here shorter if you know the specs already. 2.95 or something, and 3.125. But there they are side by side. Just some, if you like, obligatory oblige everyone by showing the PM2 next to the RCK-9. Oh yeah, we got that new Chaves knife right here. If you want to check it out.
Yeah.
It's a little different. Here's the old one. If you want to just compare the two side by side.
It's a bigger one. Different logo on the sides, huh?
Yeah. The boxes are different.
I do
sure.
like the box. I like the red on this. It's a little ribbon. Oh. I think everyone should do this ribbon right here.
I don't know why they didn't do that years ago.
Right?
You just have to dig that old knife out of there. The old one didn't have that logo in there. Just padding, but
The package, but this looks classier though. I like that different logo.
that's the same thing I did. I was looking at the box for like a long time before I even looked at the knife. I did the same darn thing.
I like the seal. The key was cool too, but
Yeah, I guess that way you changed the logo.
yeah, that's cool.
Did you look at the knife?
Yeah, I like it. I like just the thumb stud too.
Well, you have one of the streets, don't you?
Mm-hmm. I love the strap. I love the size of it. But this is cool.
Is this a different logo?
Yeah, it's the little C logo. This one.
Yeah. So was it? It feels different to unbox it, huh?
It does.
I mean, because they're $345 knives, so. Just...
It feels a little classier opening it with. This is the kind of box that you feel like you get a $300-something knife in.
Exactly. And the logo is cool.
Yeah, I do like the logo. I mean, the key's cool too, but this is cool.
Overall, what was my impression? It's definitely a strong detent. It's definitely a beefy little knife. But, let's see. The blade, the finish, the box, the opening of it. I feel like I'm getting, you know, a quality knife. Well, of course, I already like Riot knives, and you know why. I mean, I've used some of them for 5 or 6 years, and they just don't break down. Don't break down like some cheaper knives do. Just showing you that extra clip. It does come with the extra clip if you don't like that skull, and it's a lot, well, smaller as well. Even the part that clips on your pocket is going to be a little bit thinner, a little bit easier in and out of your pocket if you don't like the skull. It did come with the extra clip. RCK-9 from Chaves Knives this time. If you like what you see, please hit the like button. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't subscribed already. And we'll see you on the next video.